Hello. Tickets for West Coast v Collingwood qualifying final at Optus Stadium on Saturday night have sold out. Hello there. My name is Dean. Welcome to another edition of Dean Tells the News, very blatantly and very truthfully. So today, judging by the title of this video, this is not clickbait. Afl Evolution 2 was announced today. Let's have a look at what they had to say in their media release. So it says, the AFL and the blah 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 will announce a sequel to the AFL video game to be released in 2019. Now that's not this year, that's next year, that's 1 year into the future. If it's 2018, it's not 28, it's 2019. It's not 2018, it's 2019. Get excited, first of all. Round of applause. The announcement says, both AFL and AFLW will be back. The game will also feature VFL, Sandful, or SANFL, I don't know how you want to say it up there. Adelaide, you do your own thing. You call it Palmy. By the way, it's Parma. Waffle, WAFL, again, I don't know what you do there. NEAFL, or NEAFL, again, another Palmy state. Don't know what you're doing with yourselves. And the TAC Cup competitions. Now, it also says, this is some big information. The first of the big couple of reveals that we get here is that the number of AFL venues will increase to 50. I don't even know why I'm wearing headphones. There's no music playing. It's bizarre. The number of AFL venues will increase to 15 with the introduction of the highly detailed representations of Ballarat Stadium, Ballarat's Mars Stadium, TIO Traeger Park, which is of course in Alice Springs, and Hobart's Bloodstone Arena, or Bloodstone Arena. What's the other name for it? Bellerive Oval, that's the one. And the other second big piece of information that we get is that AFL Evolution 2 will be packed with many new features and additions, including a facelift for the commentary box to include Anthony Hudson and Gary Lyon, who will take over from Dennis Cometti and Matthew Richardson, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So before we get into any sort of real breakdown of what's going on, AFL Evolution 2 coming 2019, massive news. Now, let's have a look at some of the leaks throughout the year, because I've been keeping track of these. I never really wanted to make a video on them until we got to a point where it was worthwhile. I reckon I chucked all of this in my recycle bin yesterday, and now I need it. But let's continue bringing it down. Just close the blind. You probably notice a switch in the lighting. So basically, let's have a look at some of the leaks that have been happening throughout the year. I've been keeping track of them. They're in a folder. They're now on my desktop. Let's go through them one by one. So this is the first one. This is Tommy Sheridan on his Instagram. I had this screenshot the 24th of January 2018. So that's like 9 months ago. This one here, and he says, shooting for AFL Evolution today. Well, looks like my speed will be 26 out of 100 at Michael Barlow. So he's having a dig at former teammate Michael Barlow, who of course, I think, did he still wear 21 at Fremantle? Anyway, point is, shooting for AFL Evolution was totally not for the first game. It's totally for AFL Evolution 2. And then we go on and we get this next one. We go over to the St Kilda Twitter and we see this AFL Evo 2 coming to a console near you, which, ooh, that does rhyme. And we can sort of see this AFL Evolution 2, and then we can see this setup of cameras, sort of like a cage type thing, which reminded me of a couple of these leaked photos that we found earlier in the year, which was obviously similar to the to what we saw the last time around. And let's see what we've got here. The first one is obviously who's this Instagram account? This is Tony Olongo at looks like all the rookie players are there, and Liam Ryan sitting in the camera area, and there's some spud covering half the frame there with his head, but you can definitely see it's the same sort of cage setup. So they must have been getting all of the younger players in that photo shoot there. And then we take a look at this one, which is the Richmond Instagram account, the same idiot in the top left there, and Connor Menadue sitting in that cage of cameras there. So I think by looking at all of this footage, we have established that that idiot in the photos is me. So I knew all of this was coming. I figured I would tell you about it now. rather than everyone pestering questions that I cannot answer. But I would like to be upfront about this and be like, I cannot answer any of your questions about the game until it is posted publicly. Okay. I guess one of the bigger things to come out of today was that John Millman beat Roger Federer. I'm sure that's news to everyone. So basically, whenever things come out about the AFL Evo 2, obviously because I'm involved, I cannot say anything about stuff until it actually gets announced properly to you guys. Doing all those play photo shoots is super cool. It really sucks that I can't say a lot of stuff, but it's really cool that you guys are gonna see some of the really cool things that have been happening. I'm gonna say hopefully soon, but I don't know a timeline for when things will happen. Obviously the game is coming first half of 2019. Can I be any more specific than that? Absolutely not, because that's all I'm reading here. I'm gonna guess that it's earlier than June, which is the end of the first half, especially if they're announcing it this early. So news, right? So anyway, AFL Evolution 2 got announced. That's cool. I will have more content as it unfolds. Did I even talk about any of this? I didn't even talk about this. So obviously the big key things that have been spoken about today is that there's going to be 3 new stadiums. Mars Stadium, which is of course in Ballarat, Traeger Park in Alice Springs, and then Bloodstone Arena in Hobart, which I know people have been asking for quite a long time. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but they look pretty cool. The other thing that was really said in that post, as I try and wrap up this video without blabbering on for too much longer, is obviously the commentary, which is the massive thing. So the commentary team of Anthony Hudson and Gary Lyon, having heard some of the recordings firsthand, it is very, very cool. And I have complete and utter faith that it is going to be the best commentary that we have had in an AFL video game. Anyway, I feel like I've said everything about 16 times throughout the course of this video. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Let me know in the comments about everything. Let me know if you're excited, if you're unhappy with anything, if you're upset. If you're disappointed I didn't tell you anything earlier, but obviously I couldn't tell you anything earlier. And yeah, I'm sure that I'm gonna cop some flack everywhere, from Big Footy to various boys club groups on Facebook, but we'll see how that goes. Life moves on, and I'll see you guys very soon. Leave a massive thumbs up and abuse me in the comments. See you later. Also, go Tigers. I just thought I should add that at the end. Go the Tigers!